today I may have a break for a while นะครับผม because maybe
Let me
within 30 minutes uh, someone will visit me and give me a cake
oh, birthday cake.
but yes birthday cake of her son of her daughter
Oh, okay.
because yesterday was her daughter's birthday
Oh,
but
okay.
she wanted to give me as well
Okay.
but she afraid that she will not be in time if she visit me in the morning so
Oh,
she has to visit me in the afternoon with a
oh,
cake
oh,
and, yeah.
it's your birthday? No, someone's birthday. Just bringing cake. Oh, so they're donating cake just to you? Yeah. Okay. So we were talking about Padhana. Yeah. Padhana, and we finished Padhana last time with hoping to get some stories. Yeah. Shall we go through the Padhana again? What are the Padhanas?
First สังวรประธานะปหานาประธานะภาวนาประธานะ and อนุรักษณาประธานะครับผม
What is the translation for that?
สังวรประธานะ take the effort for restraint and ปหานาประธานะ the effort to get rid of
I think because you're using
unwholesome and ภาวนาประธานะ the effort to develop wholesome and อนุรักษณาประธานะ the effort to maintain wholesome.
Okay. Well done. Okay. So, and then we talked that in order to have maintain or protect things that we have developed, we have to have a strong dedication or resolution or making a vow so that we can continue maintaining that good things that we have developed. So in that case, I ask you all to prepare stories, okay? And we'll hear story from Monit today.
Okay, I prepare
13 chapters.
Sankara.
Okay.
But I will conclude.
Let me get ready for 2 days of talking.
Don't ask me more. I will tell you about Vesantara Chataka. This is the last previous life, previous human life of Buddha for collecting merit in Mahadana giving. He was born in CP CV in English, and in Thai we call CP city. His father is King Sanchai, and his mother is Queen Pusadi. He married with Queen Masi and have 2 children, a son named Charlie, and his daughter is Kanha. He dedicated and sacrificed many things that he has, such as money, gold, clothes, food. any animal, or maybe his organs. But until he gave the most important elephant of the city, this elephant was skillful in fighting. So people in the city were angry and told the king, King Sanchai, to expel King Vesantara, that his father expelled King Vesantara, and King Vesantara and his family went to the forest and became ascetic. When they went to countryside, they met all kings of countryside, that those kings wanted to give the throne and prosperity to him, but King Vesantara refused and went to Narika Hill that have 4 square legs. There are many fish, much amount of water, and the water taste is good. At that moment, there is Brahmin named Shushaka, and his wife is Amitatapana. She is a young lady, and she didn't want to work hard. So she ordered him to beg to children of King Vesantara. And when he met King Vesantara and begged King Vesantara to give 2 children, and King Vesantara said okay, and give his son and his daughter to Chuchok. Thailand we call Chuchok นะท่านข่าว
Sujok.
Chuchok. And King of Teva, Sakka, his name is Sakka, transformed himself to be Brahmin and beg Queen Matsi from Vesantara ascetic that he okay and gave her. And then King Sakka transformed himself to the Turi Deva and gave 8 boons to Vesantara ascetic. That Vesantara asked for the first. He asked for return to the palace by his father. Brought him back to the palace and asked for pre-executed death row inmate. And the third asked for all people to live under his throne. And the fourth is asked for observe 3rd precept by abstaining from misconduct. And the 5th is ask for long living of his children, his 2 children. And the 6th is ask for Deva food. The 7th is ask for prosperity, that when he want to give dana, he would have things to give every time when he wants. and the age is when he died, he would return, he would reborn in heaven, and when die from heaven to reborn in human. That is the last life of him. And King Sanchai met his grandson and granddaughter. So he redeemed two grandson and grandfather from Chujaka by giving gold brick and 100 of many kinds of animals. And Prince Charlie said, Prince Charlie is grandson. Prince Charlie said to his grandfather that please send royal vehicle to bring his father back to the palace. So King Vesantara returned to the palace and he freed the animal from shackles. Okay, you sleep.
No. Okay. Are you
That's
done?
the end.
Okay. Anybody has got anything to ask on a Vesantara Jataka? Unmute.
Huh?
Manit, may another chapters.
อะไร อันไหน
Why is it too short?
ฮะ
It's the longest story.
Because I conclude I don't want all of you sleeping.
Okay, Manit, what quality that Vesantara do for this life?
To give Mahadana, that is difficult to do. Because he gave his children and his wife, and he said he can give all of his organs in the body to someone who wanted. I think it's very, very difficult for people to do. Maybe the only one who become Buddha can do this. You think you can give? You can give all of your organs to other
Not
people.
all.
You can give
No,
only
not all.
blood, ใช่ไหม Only blood.
I'm not sure because I'm not in that situation to give it.
I think I can. If you beg me for giving my arms, oh, I don't give my arms to you.
Actually, we
I
have
can't do this.
body donation form in hospital, but that for when after we die. So we wouldn't have any feeling of fear.
But there are people who donate kidneys and half liver,
Yeah, there is.
eyes, like while they're alive, they donate eyes.
ท่านคะ people who donate, he donate to the loved one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I
but not
have
to
a
the other that
close
that
relationship
you-
with someone that
yes.
need it, I I could donate it.
Oh, sometimes people do give to others as well, not just the loved ones or not just the family members. I have known one monk. He's a Sri Lankan monk. He lived in India long time, and it happened that one day he was visiting small village, and there one poor family members were searching and feeling very depressed that they couldn't get the liver. So this monk offered that liver by
Wow.
himself, went to hospital and gave the liver. So
Wow.
it can happen. It
Very
can
good.
happen.
Very nice place.
I know him very well. We lived together in the
In
past.
where in Nepal?
No, here in the
Oh.
And teacher, you think you can give like that?
no, but I have given my body after my death.
But in the driving license. I say.
I have given my body, donated to hospital.
Okay, that the same like many people.
I am not bodhisattva yet, so I cannot make those vows. That okay, whoever come and get my limbs. No. Not yet.
I've only got one good kidney, so I can't give.
We can do only the first level, no? On it.
Yes.
First
โอ้โห
level and a little bit of a second level, giving a blood.
But
Blood.
we haven't bodhisattva.
And I'm going to donate tomorrow.
We haven't
Ah.
taken bodhisattva vows, so it's okay.
You
don't-
always donate your blood and can give, but I can.
Why? You are a doctor. Why you are afraid of
Yes.
infection?
I afraid.
You are afraid of needles, and you're a
afraid the
doctor.
ถ้าเข็ม
needle
ถ้าเข็มอย่างเดียวนี่นิดเรียกว่าอะไรนิดเดียวเหรอถ้าเข็มอย่างเดียว
needle.
นิดเดียว
I'm very afraid because it's
So
so
how do
big.
you- How do you do your job?
You
It's
think
like a
the doctor
someone said that it's like the tip of the milk like that หลอดยาคูอ่ะ
Oh, the needle for donate blood is very big.
What's your blood type?
Huh?
The blood type.
SKS
Huh?
Maybe
กรุ๊ปเลือด
Blood
อะไร
อะไรนะ
กรุ๊ปเลือด
อ๋อ
type
My blood type is type that anyone can use, so I should really donate.
อืม
can you guess
Before
my
I did
blood type
yes, I had to go to work.
ท่านข่าว what is your blood group
I don't know exactly, but my mom says it's the one that anyone can use.
that means oh.
oh
โอ้เออ
Mm.
ท่านจี๊บอ่ะฮะ
hmm?
A เหรอ A
no
B
no
A B
yes
อ๋อ A B A B หายัง
Which
And
one is
what
very rare?
is your blood group teacher
AB plus.
Is that yeah? AB plus.
แรไหม
แรเหรอ ก็อาจจะยา
ป
ก
ก
ห
ติ
น่อย
negative หรือว่า plus นะ
เออ
ปกติมันนี่ปกติ negative ไหม
มัน
ลืม
O negative มัน O negative แต่ A B ทำไมมี A B plus อ่ะ
ก็ไม่ได้แร
เออ
How do I know why I have that AB plus?
I was told AB plus. Not AB plus.
I don't know this my blood group is A
เนี่ย
So AI
ไม่มีใครเหมือนกัน
AB
เลยเนี่ย
RH plus
AB plus. So I have a question to ask about the Vesantara. What do you think of a Vesantara gave Matsi to the ascetic donation?
Oh.
You are
I
a
think
female.
it,
You know
it's,
better.
it's very difficult to give his loved wife. But I think Queen Mercy has the same faith, same level with King Vesantala, because she want him to do this Mahadana. So
I don't think so. Why Matriya, why Vantiya try to find out her son and daughter?
Oh,
Because
that is the other question, not the same นะท่านจิ๊บ
ไม่ก็ถ้ามี if she has the same level of the state of mind that to be generous, I think she doesn't have to find her son and daughter.
No. In this point, I think Queen Masti she love King Vesantala very much. So she want him to reach many merit to collect. So if she was in this way, she can do for him. She can do for him.
Suppose you are married. Yeah, suppose you are married and your husband want you to give away. What do you think?
I will kill him. I will kill him.
โหดเกิน so aggressive.
This not the same point with King Vesantala นะท่านสุชน
Maybe he's trying to be a bodhisattva. Why you have to stop it?
But if he don't want to live with me, he can tell. I will accept. I know love may change, you know.
But his
Someday
point is
someday it
to
will
develop
stop.
just generosity. But his point is to develop generosity. So
Not because he want to
he has
divorce.
to give you to someone else.
Quick divorce. Okay, I want to be a bodhisattva. So there you go.
I am not Queen Masi.
You have to find the answer. You have to know, because you in the future you may come up with this question. Somebody may ask you, what about the woman's right?
Someone
So-
said that someone is asking for women right, but I don't think that can be equal with men.
Wani,
Huh?
what do you think? What Tanchi said?
Oh,
I don't think that can be equal.
I agree with him นะ I think
Because it's
many
nature, no?
country many country man is superior to women.
But we
America
We have a
Huh?
first minister is lady, and there are first minister, prime ministers, ladies prime minister, female prime minister in so many countries.
Even Pakistan.
Mm,
Even Pakistan had female prime minister.
yes, I think.
Like
But
in
but
Germany,
this
in Australia, in New Zealand,
but
Sri
it's
Lanka
not
Sri
small.
Lanka.
had the first one. I think it depends on your cultural outlook, no? Some cultures treat women very badly or don't respect women.
Hmm.
But my idea is according to the Tipitaka and what Buddha said. Buddha said that yeah, male gender is better than female gender. So this is why
ใช่
I think that it cannot be equal.
So, Manit,
cannot equal.
What would you say to those who are feminists and fighting for the equality?
Hmm. I think that the equality of men and and male and female is not. Uh,
Oh,
I always ask about why Buddha only man become Buddha, but no female Buddha, right?
I
So
am- I have this.
But you know,
so
someone,
so this is the
some,
point that man cannot equal to female
Manit,
woman.
but
forget
in Thailand,
But
Huh?
after
when it
Buddha, you're not man or
in
woman.
Thailand, have you ever heard about uh some one woman? She wants to be the Lord Buddha as a female in Thailand.
no.
Huh?
I see, gender is just our conceit,
Yes,
right? Gender is not
in
real
Bangkok.
in our minds.
เดี๋ย
So
วนะ
think
อัน
about
เต็ดธรรมสถาน
Manit,
ฮะ
Yes, I have heard
เอ๊ะ
Manit.
with
ชี
my
อ่ะ
ears.
เอ๊ะเหรอชีสนันใช่ไหม
Yes,
ชีสนันอิน
yes,
เสถียรธรรม
she's
ส
an
ถาน
yes,
โอ้ but Buddha only the man can become Buddha ใช่ไหม
yes.
no
But she
Manit.
announced that
Okay,
she wanted to be.
forget about the Buddha, forget about the Buddhist scripture, forget about what Tipitaka says. What do you think? If there is no Tipitaka, what do you think? No Tripitaka, no Buddha, no Buddhism.
think
What do
about
you
what
think about females' right? What do you think? Tanjip said that man and woman cannot be equal, and you said yes. Now, further, why do you think yes?
now America only man only, only man become president um, and and today America have the run up เรียกอะไรรองประธานาธิบดีใช่ไหม
Vice
run
President.
vice president เนี่ย only vice president and I I talk talk to my friend in America and she always say that truly man and woman cannot equal in America too รู้สินะ
What is your thinking?
What do you think is the killing of the man that's making it happen?
I feel is อะไรอ่ะ ไม่ยุติธรรมเลยอ่ะ
Not fair.
it's not fair
What is not fair?
because man and woman can do many things in equal.
Uh,
Women, we have capacity to do many things same like man.
mhm.
But
So,
but
do you want to be equal to a man?
yes.
I mean, earlier, why you said no?
But I accept now. Now it can equal in the world.
In other term, I agree with you, and in some terms, I agree with Chip too. And physically, females cannot do as men.
Yes.
Some men who are as weak as women, though.
In majority, think about the majority.
Yeah, that's true.
In a factual way, females have deficiency in a physical way because every month they have got what's called means
Period.
period. Yeah, period. During that period, you're already weak. Physically, you are bound to uh, take rest that time. Yeah? So with that, it's a nature. It cannot be in a physical term, but in other terms, can be equal in every way. Uh, in other terms, you can be equal every way.
But I feel glad that women can be arahant. So
Yeah, every even
so
the
this
Buddha
point.
even the Buddha
Anasambat.
accepted to be ordained as a bhikkhuni because on the basis that they can be arhat.
So this point is enough for me.
So, okay, but my question was, what do you think of Vaisantara giving away his wife?
I tell you that because Queen Matsi, she love Vesantara very much. So she want to help him in Bampena, in doing, in giving Mahadana. So
Here, one thing, whenever, suppose somebody asks you this question, you have to mention that the Vesantara didn't give her away immediately without her permission. Vesantara asked her permission. Vesantara asked what he is intended to, and he asked her to help. And then Matsi was happy to help Vesantara.
Yeah.
So this is how, that's why Matsi was happy to go. She was helping.
Yeah.
But Vesantara didn't give her away without her permission. He asked. Same with Vesantara's two children. He asked two children that your father is practicing this way and this path towards the body, the attainment of the body. So would you help me? And then these two children came out from hidings, happy to go. Yeah. So I brought this, that sometimes you have to maintain your vows, your resolution. Sometimes it can be very hard, even to your own sons and own wife or your own life. And yet, if you have made the decision, and like the bodhisattvas did, and you will not change your resolutions, your vows, and that is quite difficult. Yeah. So anything that we have maintained, that we have developed, and the good things, and to maintain that, it can be very difficult, like the Vesantara did. And despite of even to her own his own son to give away, he was happy to give in order to fulfill his aims. So like that, and that requires a lot of effort and lots of dedication.
Yeah, and I think Queen Matsi was very happy too, and
Help,
she
yeah,
will receive more merit
yeah,
for dedicate herself.
yeah. Okay.
Huh? That that may be the same level of faith, ใช่ไหม
Faith.
faith ศรัท
She
ธาใช่
respect,
ป่ะ
she respected her wife, her husband's plan and dedication towards the enlightenment, and that's why she was happy to go. Yeah. Right. So next topic, let's hear from Sumeda. Jeep.
ผมin the Buddha, the Lord Buddha Tipangkara Tipangkara Buddha. At the time, Smetadamot was born. Smetadamot was born in lineage of Brahmin, and when he grew up, he was bored, and he wanted to become ascetic to find way out of this these boring things. And then after Smetadabot became ascetic for 7 days, and he got eight jhana.
ฌาน8เหรอ
Okay. No worries. He's got something to do. No?
มีโทรศัพท์เข้าเราพูดภาษาอังกฤษว่าอะไรเจ้าค่ะ I
Got,
got a call เหรอ ฮะ
got
ถูก
a
ปะ
call. Yeah.
I got a call
Today we will study the adhitthana Dhamma.
อธิษฐานธรรมะ
Yeah. Adhitthana.
when I meditate I always อธิษฐาน
Yeah.
อ๋อวิปัสสนา master show me that when you have sitting meditation try to อธิษฐาน try to อ
Yeah.
ธิษฐาน to new new wisdom.
Everyone ครับ I think I have to move the place ครับ because she will pick me up and send me to the temple as well ครับ
Okay.
อาจารย์เบสเหรอ
อาจารย์เจี๊ยบครับ จะ
Ah,
เอาเค้กมาให้ ด้วยเมื่อวานวันเกิดน้องเชเอม
beware high lipid
อะไรนะ
beware high lipid blood
เค้กใช่
ท่าน
ไหม
จิ๊บyou have high level of cholesterol and ใช่ไหม cholesterol
Yes and I think it's gonna be higher
เออ
it's okay. That's for the day.
เออ
just for day and just this for this cake only this day
Ah,
but another day just another thing just a moment ครับ
you are a young monk but have high blood lipid
lipid. Ah,
Is it too much fried food, or too much like?
Yeah so much fried food and too much bakery ถ้าจิ๊บ
okay.
have high cholesterol and
Okay.
LDL
While Tanjib is traveling, let's hear from Tan
ข่าว
Itadamma about Temia.
I
Okay.
think I finished or not I'm not sure
No, not yet. We'll hear from Antidadamo first. Okay.
So Temia was born to Queen Chanda Devi, who was his father was the king of Varanasi, Benares. So he had 16,000 wives, but he had no children. Imagine having 16,000 wives.
16,000
But even one girlfriend is to take so much time and attention. Imagine 16,000. He probably had no time to do
no time to do other things
no time to do anything else. So they finally got a kid because the Sakka heard her pleas. I think this is why, like, anyway, so the Bodhisattva was born to the queen, and so while he was still a baby, he witnessed his father condemning three prisoners, one to death, and two of them to basically torture. So he realized this is what a king has to do. Like, this is my fate as well, because I'm the prince. Look at all the terrible things a king has to do, because a leader has to take very hard decisions that may endanger his future, his karmic potential. So then he remembered his own time in a past life as the king of Benares, and how he had to spend 8,000 years in hell after. He realized this is too high a price to pay just for kingship. And I wish every king would realize this. They should all read this story. They probably don't care. So he realized that, like, being a king is not good, because you have to go to hell, because you have to make bad decisions, you have to make terrible decisions. You have to start wars, you have to condemn prisoners to death, you have to kill and fight, and sometimes even steal. So he made the resolution to not be a king, but he didn't know how to do this until a mom from his past life as a devi, as a deva told him, gave him the message, you pretend to be a crippled mute so that you're not fit to be a king. So he made the resolution then, okay, I'm going to pretend to be a crippled mute and I will not move my limbs, I will not speak at all, no matter what. And he kept this all his life. And it started soon because he didn't, while all the other babies were crying for milk, he never cried for milk. He never even moved. And similarly, as he got older, he went into so many situations where he was nearly trampled by an elephant. He was tempted by so many foods like really tasty cakes, and there's even tried starving him for a day, but uh, like giving him sweeties, but he never said anything. He never moved. He was so resolute. He always thought, eat the cakes if you wish for hell. And they tried to scare him with serpents, with terrifying mimes. I think that's like shows. They tried to threaten him with swords and made really loud sounds with conch players, and they tried to, but none of them could break. Like they even tried to cover him with sugar and have flies cover him and bite him and set fire under his bed until he was in boils. They basically tried to torture him, but nothing worked. He still didn't talk and still didn't move. This was how resolute he was. And when he was 16, they tried to tempt him with very beautiful women and sense, but even then he didn't fall. And so the king was really worried, like what's happening with my kid? He's basically, an idiot. Like he can't be king. He doesn't talk. He doesn't move. How can he be the king of Benares? It's a very rich city, So it's a lot of responsibility. So he brought soothsayers, and the soothsayers previously predicted a very lucky child. So he was just like, "What's going on here? You told me I was gonna have a very lucky prince who will be a great king. Why is he a mute idiot?" And the soothsayers, they quickly backtracked like they always do. Uh, they they said, "Oh," then they started um,
Okay.
being scared of the country. So they predicted a lot of dangers to the king's life if Themia was allowed to stay in the kingdom. And they advised him to yoke him onto some horses or onto a chariot, put him in a chariot, passing by the western gate, which is the death gate, and then go to a graveyard and bury him alive. And the queen heard this, but she was so sad. So she pleaded him to make him the king for 7 months, but the king said no. And no, 7 years, the king said no. 7 months, the king said no. And finally 7 days, and the king said yes, I will give him a chance for 7 days. And if he doesn't show any recovery, then I'll have to go ahead with the plan. So they and Tamia heard his mom cry, and how how scared and how sorrowful she was to hear that her son would be buried alive. But even then, he didn't break his silence because he made an effort for 16 years. And if he just give up now, he'll have to be the king and go to hell and not be able to and do all this and bring so much suffering on people. So he became the king for 7 days, and still he didn't do nothing. He kept his vow. And on the seventh day, they took him to a grave to kill him, and they gave the job to Sunanda, and he took him off, but he didn't go through the death gate. Went through the victory gate, the eastern gate, and Tamir realized, oh, now this is time for him to. Now he's free from the kingship. He can go and be a hermit. He can go be an ascetic. And while Tamir was in the chariot, Sunanda was digging the grave, and Tamir got out and lifted up the chariot of his head to show Tamir to show Sunanda how strong he was, and said, "Okay, I am the Prince Tamir, and I'm off now," basically. And he went off and became an ascetic. And Sunanda came back and told the king this story. And the king and queen was like, "What? My son is not a mute idiot. He's actually he's not a cripple." so, so they had to go off and see him. I think maybe to bring him back and make him a king. But when they went and saw the ascetic Tamir, and the ascetic Tamir preached uh, to the king, he became so impressed by his renunciation, by his resoluteness, by his keeping his vow, and his total disregard for wealth and power, I think. And so he respected him and didn't ask him to come back, and they paid homage and left. I think they became renunciates as well, right?
They followed his paths. Okay, see, and here, after he made the resolution, he didn't change, despite how much he was tortured, how much he was given temptations, so many, and yet he didn't change his mind. That much resolute he was. That's why I said other day, maintaining the good things that we have created is very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. And maintaining that good things. That's why, as yesterday we were talking about, Tantita Dhammo was asking me about a monk being so many years being a monk. Why people, monks, they disrobe? And that is why it's so difficult to maintain the things that one has developed. So make sure that if you have made any vows or resolutions, try to fulfill it. And these are counts from a small action that we do. We can make a small resolutions that, okay, I am going to do this to my best. And this is how you can develop. Okay.
Please show me the cake.
Cake.
Show me the cake.
Needs.
Oh, beautiful.
Diabetes.
Hi, อาจารย์เจี๊ยบ
Honey, how are you?
I'm not fine.
Why you're not fine? You are
I'm
presenting.
studying.
You are
I'm
presenting.
studying.
So, what topic did you present today?
เวสันตระเวสันตระชาตกะ
Oh gosh, that's very difficult.
The longest one,
Not,
but she made a
not
test one.
difficult.
Okay, so
อาจารย์เจี๊ยบ
Tamir.
I can study
ลืมบอกให้อาจารย์เจี๊ยบสวัสดีพระอาจารย์สุชนเลย
นมัสการค่ะ
เอ้ยนมัสการ
So how are you today, พระอาจารย์
ขับรถอยู่
I'm driving.
Yeah. Okay, so Monit, or maybe Tanchip, do you have anything to ask Tantita Dhammo on Temia? Story of Temia. Tita Dhammo just finished his story on Temia.
Mm, if you can see the previous life that you were suffering in the hell, so can you bear the suffering, and can you pretend as a Temaya?
Wait, if I could remember being tortured in hell, maybe. But like, because he kept saying, "Oh, this is nothing compared to hell,"
Yeah.
and I believe him. You know, no matter what happens to us in earth, it cannot be anything compared to hell. So maybe if one can remember the torture in hell, it'll make him think, "Oh, this is nothing." But you know, we don't have this power, so we have to rely on adhitthana, which is. But it's so strange because the mind is so trying to run everywhere, you know. So to keep that even as a child, that kind of resolution, that's amazing. That's why he's a bodhisattva.
Mm.
ใช่
Monit, do you have anything to say on Temia?
เออ
Did you make adhitthana to be a nun in
Uh,
this life?
This is. Okay. Can I
I
give a
don't
good
want to be a nun.
like
I don't want to be a nun.
But I'm
I
ready to
think
check.
a good example? So like
Okay, listen, Tantita Dhammo
because
is saying.
even if you don't remember hell, there are some things that you can experience in this life that is far worse that like than what you would gain from this desire. You know, like let's say you get really bad heartburn or like gastric pain from eating too spicy or salty. You say, "Oh, this is so bad. I'm not gonna eat again." Then because you remember the pain, but you still go, "Okay, I'm gonna eat it anyway." Like when I was a kid, for me it was
but
ice
Even
cream and curd
even
because
I saw the vision.
because spicy food is very delicious.
yeah, I don't eat
It's not
anymore.
suffer me.
I'm not, like that when I was a kid, I got I couldn't eat ice cream and curds because I had asthma. I don't know that I don't believe there is a link, but this was the belief in Sri Lanka that if you eat cold food, you get asthma. So when I got asthma, I was so terrible. You know, you feel like a fish out of water. You can't breathe. So I was like, oh, I'm never gonna eat this stuff again.
The next
But
day.
luckily, I would sneak away. Maybe if I find some money from somewhere, I would always go and eat ice cream or ice. even if if
Oh,
I
is
do
it real?
something by my
Is it real?
by my parents or grandparents, I would you remember the getting hit, but you don't care. You just want to do this anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not easy.
I want to ask all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Compare พระเตมี compare เตมีชาตกะ and เวสันตระ
Listen.
what do you think this story is difficult it's more difficult than
Listen
that
to that.
compare about two story
Listen.
I think Vesantra, because it's about relationship as well. But Temiya just pretend and just be patient with himself.
have patience
Yes,
from temptation
but it doesn't
but
have
Vesan
to cut the relationship.
Think about
Like
how hard it is for some parents
son
to
and
give
daughter or
to
his
the
wife.
sangha.
That is about the dana. That's why it's difficult. Dana, it's a difficult one. But to do dana as well, always need adhitthana. Without adhitthana, one cannot fulfill any duties. Yeah. He had made that I will give, so that was his adhitthana. And then with that he was performing that. So we have to look at we always have to look at from the point, the success that we studied padhana, yeah, the maintaining, and in that maintaining we have to have this adhitthana. And no matter what you do, if you are doing with adhitthana, then you will be able to fulfill. Yeah? But in particular in Vesantara Jataka, Vesantara, that was purely dedicated to the dana, giving. But again, in that perfection of giving, he has to perfect the adhitthana too. Without adhitthana, he cannot. That's why maintaining the good things. From the day one, Vesantara, he started giving as he was a prince. So he was giving money, he was giving food, yeah, and then he even gave something which is so special for the country, for the sake of others. When somebody came and asked, he simply gave without thinking anything. And he even was told to leave the country, and he was happy. And on the way, whoever asks, he's happy to give. So he maintained his adhitthana to give continuously until his last day. So that is, although we think that is difficult, but actually adhitthana is more difficult because it's always there.
It's
It's always,
constant.
yeah,
Sometimes it can be easy to give up.
yeah. It's very easy to give up.
Or your
Have
mind
you
is
ever
fueled by the
do?
force of
Have you
Dharma.
ever done adhitthana before?
Me,
Yes, like making a vow, a big vow,
yes, I do.
and have you have you given up?
No,
Mm,
no, no.
Please
But I
tell
do not
me.
do a long time. I do not do a long time vows. I do normally a short time.
So,
Short time vows, so that I can maintain. So I'm just collecting the points.
me too. I'm slowly building up, make it longer and longer.
Like in the past, I used to make adhitthana. For 3 months, I will eat only vegetarian. So every 3 months, I eat a vegetarian, and no matter how difficult it was. And then now it's been how many? 8, 9?
Yeah, long time since start of Vassa.
Yeah, so it's been about 8 or 9 months, and still following that. But it's beyond my adhitthana. But I'm trying to maintain.
It's good.
I'm trying to maintain that.
It's good. It's so hard, you know. We always get meat, and it looks very nice.
Okay, and
All
especially
of
it's
you,
difficult because most of the time our members know that what I like, and they make so delicious chicken, fried chicken. Yeah,
can you eat fish?
so tempting. So like
mm,
that. So I try to maintain that. Yeah.
And what is the sort of protein for you, Kapachan?
No, just food. That's all. I do not think any other things. I do not think of what will happen. Yeah, I do not think what will happen. I just maintain that. But what surprises me is that every week or every month, my physical some weeks I feel very fat, and some weeks I feel very thin. And some
teacher,
weeks,
Can you
I
eat
feel-
milk?
Yeah.
Vegetarian, can you eat milk?
Yeah.
อ๋อ นี่ไงโปรตีนอ่ะท่านจี๊ด
But I do not drink milk.
Milk, you can't have milk.
I
No?
do not drink no milk.
โอ้
I do not take milk for a long time.
จำไรพระอาจารย์มหาวิเชียรครับอาจารย์
I do not drink milk. Yeah. So like that. But quite surprised. Sometimes I think that this is maybe my thyroid. Just the physical body change takes place quite easily.
There's a cyclical change in everyone.
Mm.
Cycle. But it's good not eating meat.
Okay, so like that, I do make vow, but one vow I haven't complete yet, but that vow are still doing it. I haven't started and I haven't done it, but that vow is still in me, which I have done. I have made that vow every single day since I was in Wat Pak Nam. Every day when I go to pay respects to the body of Lumpur Sot, I always make that vow, and still that vow is with me, and I haven't
can know that พระอาจารย์
Huh?
can know that
Not yet, because I don't want to make this public now. I will do it when I am in that position, and then I will. And it's been in me all the time. I do activities towards it. I do actions, and I do help, and I do things quite often, but I haven't done physically by myself. And that's one of the vows that I have. And another one was I always took this vow that after I get a new temple, I will go away for 3 months and stay in another place. And that I did in 2019, away from the temple. And that time I was so worried too, because we just finished building a temple, building a toilet. And there was only about 3,000 or 4,000 pounds in the bank, and I was about to leave for 4 months, and I was so worried. But I said, okay, whatever will be, will be. I will come back and we'll see again. So that's how it happened. And then I came back with a few supports from Thailand. So and with that, I was happy. Okay. So that vow is about Nepal. Okay, I will just give you this hint.
okay now
ให้ไปกระซิบ ให้ไปกระซิบข้างหูกัน Teacher, you can whisper to him.
Okay, I
You
have
can
whispered.
whisper.
I have whispered. Okay.
ท่านคะ you have a vow.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
can you tell us?
yeah, it's about food. So from time to time I take short-term vows about no breakfast and no coffee. I'm thinking of making this long-term vow, but then I think maybe that's too restrictive because sometimes people donate breakfast, and I feel bad telling them no. But maybe I should take it. That's my short-term vow. Long-term vow is no food at all after lunch, not even yogurt, cheese, nuts, nothing. No honey, no sugar, no form of nutriment after lunch.
Okay. So let's finish the story of Sumeda. Tanjip.
Sumeda ครับผม where were we after Sumeda got a adhitthana at the time he was flying, and he saw the villagers were making the way for something, and at the time he went down and asked the villager that whom are you making the way for? And the villager said that we are making the way for Tipankara Buddha. And after he heard that, Sumedha Dabot, he was really happy, and he wanted to help as well. And then he just thought that if I make the way, with my supernatural power, it will not be any benefit because it's too easy. So I have to make the way with my hands. And after that, he was starting to make the way by his hand. But at the time, he heard the song from the angel and saw the aura of the Buddha. And at the time, he knew that, oh, it's not in time. So how can I make it? And then Smetadabot just lay down on the mud area, to be like a bridge for the Lord Buddha and his followers, more than 10,000 or something. And at the time when the Lord Buddha came in front of Smetadabot, but the Lord Buddha avoid to step on him, otherwise he would die. And at times Smetadabot was thinking in his mind that I want to be the Lord Buddha, because if I now I can be enlightened, but it will not give the benefit for others, and it's better to be like the Tipankara Buddha and take all of beings to be enlightened as well. And he wanted to be the Lord Buddha, and the Lord Buddha knew his mind, and the Lord Buddha announced that this man will be the Lord Buddha in the future, uncountable kappa. And after Smetadabot heard that, he was very happy, and Sumita and Sumita, after he knew that, oh, this man is going to be the Lord Buddha in the future, she was so happy as well, and she just picked up the lotus and then offered to the Lord Buddha, and with the word that may I collect the merit and help him in every life. And then the Lord Buddha predicted her as well, that you are going to be the partner of a bodhisattva. And yes.
So she became to be Queen Masi, ใช่ไหม?
Yes. In the future.
And
anything to ask Thanchip on Sumedha Dabot? ascetic Sumedha?
I think I forgot something, but I cannot remember.
Okay, the main point is Sumedha, ascetic Sumedha made a vow in front of the king Dipankara Buddha. So as so many eons before, but he maintained his vow until he attained the enlightenment. So that's why you don't have to make a big vows. You can make a small vows and continue. You can collect merits after merits. And that
Deepank 5 Buddhas ago?
no 29.
29, the first
28.
Buddha.
Yeah.
First Buddha mentioned in the wow.
Okay.
28 Buddha Kalpas.
Yeah. Eons after eons. But also that gives us a hope as well that Buddha spent so many eons of time and finally he attained his hope, his aim. So similarly, that means even the Buddha, such a great, powerful one, had to pass through such eons of lifetime. Compared to him, we are a small ant.
Small ant.
We can make vows so that eventually we can gain. So in this life, make a small vows and try to fulfill, and collecting the merits. It's a
I want to be Arahant.
it's a training to be, training small by small, and eventually it's become a habit. And when it's become a habit, then it's much easier. Like the Bodhisattva, it was his habit. He was constantly mentally thinking about his aim, and whatever came along the way, he just endured it. Yeah, he endured it and maintained his vows. I just send you my paper on a concept of adhitthana that I wrote probably 15 years ago. 17 years probably, 17 years ago. Okay, you can try and read. My English may not be good. My writing may not be good, and maybe some grammatical problems and language problems. Okay, you will get the idea what is adhitthana in Theravada concept.
By the time I was 6 years old.
That when I was in a university in Mahachula.
17 years
Oh.
ago.
2004.
I was 13.
Yeah. Okay, so you can read that. And then we'll next on Friday we will study adhitthana dhamma, 4 adhitthana dhammas. Okay.
I'm not sure that I can join the class or not, because on Friday I have to go to another district to give a preach for students.
Okay. Okay, no worry. So you can catch up later. Okay. So anything, anyone wants to say something? Say on this padana and adhitthana. Remember, we are continuing from padana in terms of the maintaining the good things that we have cultivated. In order to maintain the good things that we have cultivated, we have to make a vows, and only then we can make it fulfilled. That's why if you go to the meditation retreat, you are asked to make an adhitthana for 1 hour sitting, and 1 hour walking. And when you are doing first few days you will be okay, you can do it, but after that gradually your mind will no, don't want to do, gradually your adhitthana becomes less and less and less. But if you see the benefit of meditation, yeah, if you see the benefit of meditation and attain some form of a calmness, and then you will go and do. And that's the beauty of going to retreat. You are uh, you are bound by the timetable. So you have to go, although you don't want to, although you may want to give up. Okay, I can do next time. I know already, yeah, and I don't have to sit like that. But because of the timetable they have, you have to do it. So that is helping maintaining your adhitthana.
Yes, I'm very lazy to do homework.
Uh,
You need to make more the one.
อาจารย์เจี๊ยบมาเรียนด้วยกันเถอะ
But quite interesting. Quite interesting. And then what about adhitthana? Is will be on Friday?
the next lesson on Friday
On Friday, what time?
บ่ายสามครึ่ง
อะไรภาษาไทยอ่ะมาดิ
It's 3:30 in the afternoon.
yes
Okay.
yes
Yeah, I'll let you know, but I'll try to join. But I may be able to join about like 1 hour. Okay.
you can join for some class
Very
you can
much.
join us for some class please
Okay. Yeah, because sometimes I have lectures, so might not be able to join in the afternoon every time. But I will try my best.
okay thank you ท่านผู้ชม teacher
yes.
You teach meditation for people in America.
Yes.
What is the schedule?
6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. 1 o'clock in Thailand.
1 o'clock บ่ายโมง
Maybe
ทีหนึ่ง
12 o'clock. Maybe 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
ไหนไว้กว่านะไม่ใช่
6 o'clock
บ่าย
here.
โมง
เป็นหนึ่ง
6 o'clock here in Scotland. 10 o'clock in LA. And 12 o'clock in
ไป
Thailand.
หนึ่ง
ตอนเที่ยงสิ12 o'clock เที่ยง Okay Can I join
Right.
Can I join with them
ห่างกัน7 ชั่วโมงไม่ใช่หรอ
อ้าวก็ตอนนี้เราเรียนก็คือ8 โมง 9 โมงที่สกอตใช่ป่ะแล้วก็ teacher teach at 12 o'clock ไงที่ Teacher can I join
You
I
cannot
with
join.
them
This is their group. You cannot
อ๋อ
join.
โอเค that group
You can follow Facebook, but cannot join that group.
อ๋อ Facebook Live ด้วยเหรอ
Yeah.
จะได้นั่งสมาธิด้วยเจ้าค่ะ
Okay. All right. It's time to stop for today. Thank you, and we'll see you on Friday on adhitthana. You can prepare some, and the article that I gave you, you can read it as well. And then you can comment.
Please show me your blood pressure
Okay, I will show you on Friday. I'll show you on Friday. Okay. Right. Take care. Sadhu.